Well, hello, everyone. This is Loren Israelsen. I am president of the United Natural Products Alliance. I'm an industry veteran, 45 years. That new car smell is finally going away. And so I'm delighted to be here today to talk to you about SupplySide Fresh. Many of you will have heard of SupplySide Fresh, but I want to give you a fresh take on SupplySide Fresh. And what is it?
When Loren and I were speaking about, by the way, SupplySide Fresh does have the new car smell because it is fresh. Right. When we were talking about this, it's like I come from, a big content background. So it's like, how do we talk about this? Let's talk about the 5 W's and the 1 H, like the who, what, when, where, why, how of things. So yeah, the first one, it really is, like the what. And SupplySide Fresh is an onboarding program that includes education and networking. So how we kind of formulated this, got feedback from a lot of newcomers in the industry. I still consider myself a newcomer. I came from content side, but technology industry. But I talked to new folks. I talked to industry veterans, including Loren. Got some great feedback from him, and we created 2 courses. So they're SupplySide Fresh Supplements and SupplySide Fresh Food and Beverage. And each course has over 34 short videos recorded by industry experts, 13 downloadable PDFs, and webinars, topics that cover everything from the legal and regulatory stuff, trends, trade shows, industry acronyms, trade associations and organizations like the UNPA, also the supply chain, ways to ensure product quality throughout all of this information. But what we really think that differentiated are the networking opportunities, which is unlike any of the other kind of traditional education that you can get, because you can watch YouTube, you can go to LinkedIn Learning and get all that stuff. But we have 60 networking events throughout the year. So that's in a nutshell the what of SupplySide Fresh.
That's a big what. That's a big what. The way I think about SupplySide Fresh is it is our industry's AI engine. So if ChatGPT knew enough about our industry, it could actually become a SupplySide Fresh, but it doesn't. It can't answer these questions because this is really unique inside the box knowledge.
Yeah.
And so in my mind, it literally is.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe ChatGPT or other, AI learning modules will start talking to people about SupplySide Fresh if they're wanting to. They'll be like, "Hey, you should check out SupplySide Fresh."
The day will come. It's going to happen.
That day will come. That day will come for sure.
Yeah, it really will.
And I think that, even like the industry experts who have recorded these sessions, that's what they do day in and day out. And at the end of each year, we look at, is this content still relevant? Are these, especially on the legal and regulatory, which we know, there's things that are going to be changing. So we look at the content. The people who enroll in the courses are going to be getting, stuff that's current. So yeah.
Well, that's always the trick, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Is how to stay fresh. It's basically
yes.
Yeah.
And I know that Loren, you and I were talking when we had our first conversation, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, the industry acronyms." And you thought it would be kind of cool to do a little quizzing of the people So can I give you a couple acronym quizzes right now?
Yeah, give me a try. It's scary business when you get into the
maybe 2. So what does the acronym ODI stand for? A, Office of Digital Innovation. B, Organic Development Initiative. C, Old Dietary Ingredient. Or D, Operational Data Interface.
3, Old Dietary Ingredient.
The last one here. What does the acronym CFU stand for? A, Certified Food Unit. B, Colony Forming Unit. C, Comprehensive Food Utilization. Or D, Custom Formulation Unit.
B, Colony Forming Unit.
You're really good. You're really good. So it would be cool for people to take a look at and to see how much do you really know? Even the people who have been here a minute or two, right?
I think at SupplySide you could do a Jeopardy show here, and
we could
put some money into it and see how much people really know.
So that kind of leads us into the who part of the 5 W's, right, and the 1 H. So the who, initially we were looking at the individuals who are new to the industry. These are the people who are, maybe they'll go to SupplySide Global for the first time and they're like, oh my gosh, there's so much, who do I talk to? Where do I go? So it was reaching out to those folks. And then after we put this program together, it's so comprehensive. There's so many different, almost every topic that you can think of is covered. We're like, this is really great for companies to use for, business leaders and hiring managers who want a comprehensive, ready to go onboarding solution for the new hires. So that's the who part of the who it fits for.
To me, it's like for children of all ages, is that when it comes to the speed of change in the industry, is we're all kids, we're all learning, we have to be in learning mode. And even for old dogs that have been around a long time, and you make a lot of assumptions because you think you know, only to find out you don't know. And have a ready source to go, and Fresh is just incredibly useful. Not to imagine what happens when you have new people coming in, especially from completely different industries. And how often have we all heard, wow, you people have a lot of acronyms.
For sure.
But you're all really nice. I really like the people. But you have to learn a culture, you have to learn a language, and you have to learn the customs, the way that we do things. And we all take it for granted.
Yeah.
And yet, and then you get to the point for the folks in the middle when you should know and you don't, and you're too embarrassed to raise your hand and say, "Scusi, I don't really know much about that." And so it's that middle part that I find is so useful with SupplySide Fresh. Is you can be an idiot, but you don't have to look like one.
I have found, and again, I do consider myself new to the industry. I started working with SupplySide. I think that it was, almost 2 years now. Everybody who I've met has been so phenomenal. The people who have been in the industry, they're so willing to help other people. And I think that that's, talking about SupplySide Fresh, the networking part of it is where, you're actually able to talk with not only the newcomers, but also, people who have been in the industry, the SupplySide rock stars, and get help, make introductions. That's one of the things that people who are in the program say that was such a monumental networking event that I went to. So but I would like to talk about like the where it is. SupplySide Fresh being an online platform, but we have the education that lives on the learning platform of Sonoran University of Health Sciences. So fully accredited university, they're great at providing online education. So we have a perfect partnership with them right now where people who take the online courses through there, and when they complete it, they receive a co-branded certificate of completion. The webinars and the virtual networking events are hosted on Zoom. The webinars themselves are recorded and then offered online within the program. And then we also have 2 in-person networking opportunities, going back to how important the networking component of this is. And those align with SupplySide's 2 shows. So SupplySide Connect New Jersey, that's in April, and SupplySide Global, which is Las Vegas in October. So that's the win part of SupplySide Fresh.
Good hands with Sonoran. They're professionals. They really are.
Yeah.
And the highest regard for their leadership, their facilities, and their commitment to the industry. So perfect partner.
Yep. And because it's an online course, the when part, it's self-led. So wherever participants are, as long as they have an internet connection, they can access at any time, consume the content in whatever order they prefer. Aside from the very first module, which is, welcome, kind of introducing the content. And then when they enroll from the date of registration, they'll have 1 year to access the program, including the new content, including the updated content and all of the calendar events. And so it's like all of the networking events are scattered throughout the calendar year as well. So it makes it really easy for folks. So the last W that we have is the why. And there's lots of, there's lots of what we look at, kind of like the takeaways and the benefits. We're looking at why companies should use SupplySide Fresh as their onboarding. Industry onboarding is that some internal teams, as you know, don't always have time to teach new folks the basics. Since SupplySide Fresh is self-led, participants have a year to access it. It can easily be completed in addition to their other job responsibilities. We believe that SupplySide Fresh bridges the gap what newcomers don't yet know and what companies need them to know. It also helps them gain the knowledge and connections they need to succeed. And lastly, we believe that it helps build the passion for the industry by newcomers, showing them that the connection to providing more health for more people. And it connects them to more people who have been in the industry for a while, and they embody that belief in everything that they do. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. Well, we know so many people who join the industry, and this is generational now, is they come with a sense of purpose and mission. A fair number of them are really medical refugees, people that have had all kinds of health problems and issues and not found relief and help. And so a clean diet has changed things for them, or supplements have made such a huge difference. And especially now, here we are in kind of mid-2025, and there's so much talk about how this country has got to get its act together in terms of getting healthy. And what better time is to really grab onto this content. And it's very well priced, and it's easy to do. Why would you not? That's the other why, is why not?
It helps the people who are new to the industry it helps the companies that have the new people, and it helps the industry. I mean, overall, it helps the industry. And so really happy about that. As to the how, we're finally to the H. We've gone through the 5 W's and we're finally to the H. How long does it take to complete the course? How much does it cost? And how can people register? So the education portion of the program, I like to use the example, Loren, of Netflix. You could binge watch a series on Netflix. If you binge watched all of the videos within one of the courses, it would take approximately 15 hours to complete. So, not bad. As for the cost, so a single course for an individual is $299. That's again for the entire year. And an all access pass, which is both courses, cost $448, which is a 25% discount. There are also corporate pack options for companies, a single course, so SupplySide Fresh supplements. A 10-pack of those to a single course is $2,500, which is a 16% discount. And currently, Alchemist Labs, I'm pretty sure you know who they are, but for people who don't, Alchemist Labs, they are a specialized contract testing lab that focuses on herbs, fungi, botanicals, and they are using SupplySide Fresh Supplements course for industry onboarding and their new hires. So we're really happy to have them use this as a tool. We also have an all-access corporate pack that's 10 registrations for both courses for $3,750, which is a 16% discount. How people register is by visiting supplysidefresh.com. I know that I've covered a lot of information here with you, Loren, but the website is where people can go to learn more about the 2 courses, including the titles of all the sessions, all of the industry experts who took part in it. There's an FAQ. You can request a demo, send a message, ask a question. There's also a register button at the top of each page that will lead you to the course enrollment options. So that is, I said a whole lot. But I feel a whole lot. And, this I've been really close to SupplySide Fresh, really proud of it. And I've seen, even on the website, people have the testimonials, and we just heard nothing but great things about it. So really appreciate you allowing me the chance to tell everybody about it.
It was my pleasure. This has been so long in coming. We have needed this for the longest time. And the good news is that it will stay fresh. It's all in the name, isn't it? SupplySide Fresh.
SupplySide Fresh. Yes.
That's right. It's you don't have to worry about stale fish here with this program.
No, it's going to have that clean car smell the whole time.
The whole time. That's right. Exactly.
And we just came full circle. I love it.
There we go. That's it. Well, Sonja, you've done a fabulous job
Oh,
leading this program, and
thank
all I can
you.
do is heartily encourage companies to get involved. Do your employees a favor, do yourself a favor, and just watch the productivity and the engagement and that sense of knowingness as it grows, as people go through these programs. So shout out to Alchemist. Amazing. Here we have a third-party analytical testing lab that gets it. And they
Yeah,
realize
yeah,
for their employees, knowing the industry that they're serving makes perfect sense.
yeah.
So, I mean, this is really for everybody in the
It
industry.
really is. Yes. Check it out. Head over to the website, learn more about it, and yeah, feel free to reach out.
This has been fantastic, and I hope we can come back and do updates. There's going to be
Love
lots of
to.
news during the course of the year, so let's check in the fall and
Sounds great.
see how the world's evolved, shall we?
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.